Greetings to you all and welcome back to Let's Play the Langrisser. First things first, we're going to get a bit of summoning off. Today's summoning is going to be Valkyrie. Reason for that, I just find that Fireball is going to be more helpful when it comes to taking down those pesky grenadiers. More magic we have, the better in my opinion. Anyway, there's a Valkyrie. Can Hain's troops do anything yet? Not really. We're going to send Erwin straight into the fight, and we're actually going to get Hain to attack one in. Because a pikeman on pikeman fight, yes, Erwin's going to win it because he has the better stats, but he's not going to win it comfortably, so we'll give him even better stats, and then we'll see how he does. Now, Erwin himself can get stuck in there. No reason not to. If we select the right tile, then he'll get it done. Okay, that's very good. Maybe it's not very good. Apparently even Erwin himself cannot take down a single unit of pikemen, so what hope do his units have? However, Hain says, "Fear not, my friend Erwin, I am ready with ballistas." Which probably won't do much either, but we'll give it a go. Now, thanks to our attack 1 spell, we do have plus 12 on these chaps, which makes them very powerful. Still not enough to kill anything, but very powerful. We should be able to do a point of damage after all. We do have 30 attack on these things. So this should be okay for us. Erwin's men can go in the water, but the water slows them down so significantly that I'll try to keep them out of it. Now the pikemen, you'll be wondering, what do we do against those sea monsters that are coming from the right hand side? Now ballistas, yes, they'll be able to take them down, they'll be able to take them down very comfortably. But maybe we won't be able to get the ballistas in range. Do we have a backup plan? Yes we do, it's called pikemen. Pikemen are pretty good against sea dwelling creatures. They're moderate, they're not as good as they are against, say, horsemen, but they're still alright. I will get the Valkyrie to go and join the fight. You'll notice I never let the Valkyrie just stay behind with Liana. The bonuses are nice, but really the mobility can't be wasted. So I shall be sending the Valkyrie in, who spawned in the most unuseful position possible, so she's going to have to go and sit there. Cherie's still catching up. She doesn't have any magic yet because she's useless. And her horses are going to have to just cluster around everyone else, but what can you do? Horses fortunately have such a high move speed they can keep up no matter how fast Cherie goes. Obviously not going to let the horsemen go anywhere near the enemy's pikemen. As soon as the pikemen are down, we can pretty much just charge across. The only thing that's going to stop us then is Commander Knight. Or Commander Silver Knight, I think he was. They're upgrading those enemies. Silver Knight not to be snubbed at. Silver Knight's the same level as a High Lord. It's a 3rd class. Anyway, these fights are pretty even. We're both in the deep depth of the sea with a 50% defense bonus. We both got near enough the same stats. So, an even fight. I mean, what else would you expect? Interesting to see that the lizard men can walk on top of the sea. It's whatever works. Actually going to leave that 1 on 3 there because I'm hoping Lester will be able to pick it up without taking any damage himself. It's kind of a theme you'll notice with Lester. He generally does one fight and then all of his troops die and he does nothing for the rest of the level. Now, if Lester were fighting against some land-based units, then yes, he'd have such a huge advantage it's almost ridiculous. But he's not, so he doesn't. We can't actually attack that last one yet, so we'll just park this guy here and notice that all of our troops are not going to get heals and they're all going to die. Until Keith comes along to save the day, still the experience. Damn you, Keith, you coward. Upset at my calling of him as being a coward, he's going to say, no, I'm not going to join in the fight then, I'm going to sit at the back. And he'll say, damn you, Keith. Or more realistically, I just didn't realise he didn't have the range to make it there. But whatever, we prefer these stories and lies. Keith will be able to help next turn. Not sure how the lizardmen are doing on the enemy's side in the water. How far away are they? They're miles away. Oh, that's two turns away, but still. That's our turn done. Let's see what Aaron could do. Do we have control of Aaron? I don't think we do. No, he's green. Go on then, Aaron. Oh, you're going to have to chat and taunt and whatnot. Honestly, Aaron, at one point there will be a turn where you don't have to chat to everyone. I think High Lord is gained heal 1, which means he has an obsession to use it to heal that one poor civilian. I suppose he's doing the honourable thing there. So, nice one there, Aaron. We should have guessed that Imelda was not going to let the civilians leave, since we had a mission objective that said do not let the NPCs die. That was kind of a giveaway, I suppose. And if you're starting to get irritated by Imelda's come on, then so am I, so we're of the same cloth. You'll see that the enemy's commander there cannot even take down the Grenadiers. As we discussed previously, Grenadiers are ridiculously powerful. You shall not pass. Yes, references coming thick and fast. Hopefully Aaron will have the good sense to attack his opponents with his Grenadiers, which can kill anything, and can never take damage. But I doubt he does. I suspect he's set to defense by the game's AI. Which would indeed be a shame, but what can you do? We'll see how he does in a fair fight here. He does evenly, even though he has better stats. That's a little disappointing. But it's not the end of the world. He does have a heal spell, so his troops can survive for nigh on forever. Now, if I levelled up Aaron a different way, would this situation be more difficult? Well, not really, because he always gets soldiers no matter what, and soldiers v soldiers is a bit of a stalemate anyway. And his alternative takes him to kind of a paladin route, which gets heal anyway. So no matter what the situation, he's going to be set there healing his units to the end of time. So he's never actually going to fall. Not saying it's impossible, but when the enemies can't damage the Grenadiers, they're not going to do much against Aaron himself. Now the rearrangement's getting a bit lackluster there, isn't it, High Lord? Rather brave move from this High Lord. I suppose he does have the defense and the attack. So wise move, nicely done, High Lord. Enemies in this level seem to have ranked up a little bit in difficulty. We're looking at 3rd level classes now instead of mostly 2nd, which we've been fighting up to now. This scuba diver chap is nearly down. Well, not nearly down, sorry. I mean, his troops are nearly down, but nearly ready to fight him. This guy's still miles away from the fight. He's going to start his progression towards us. Hopefully the blisters will be in range and we shall be able to snipe a couple of them from the water. Remember, they're going to get that defense whilst they're in the water, so it's not as easy as it sounds. Erwin's going to go for a quick paddle, see if he can take this guy down. And again, he can't. I'm a little disappointed in Erwin not being able to pick off people. He does have 35 attack and they only have 22 defense. Hey, now is going to start tossing in the spell. It's going to be a fireball because Blizzard's not going to reach from this range. We can just clip the guys on the right, but I don't think it's going to do much. I think they'll be passively regenerate that HP for being next to their commander. Anyway, it's a nice kill for Hayne, nicely stolen. He's very proud of himself. We'll rejoin that fight momentarily. For now, let's see what Leicester's up to. Tell you what, we'll let the 10 take on the 7. Hopefully that'll be a clean sweep. Then we'll let Leicester and the 4 take on the other group. I should be able to do that. Then Leicester can run frantically over the bridge and try and get to the other side to help those guys out. Surprising he defended that. They did have 30 attack, but he did, so well done, Leicester. Maybe we'll just let Keith fly straight over. I mean, Leicester seems to have this pretty much under control. Those three are going to die, but well. Maybe we'll get Keith to soften this chap up. And leave the experience for Leicester. Yeah, that'll do it for now then, I think, Keith. I'm a little worried that if I send in another group, you're actually going to wipe him off the map, so we'll leave it there. You can just catch up with the rest of your units. Now, the turns are running a bit long, I found, in these levels. I mean, we have a lot of units, the enemy has a lot of units. We seem to be getting through about a turn a video, which is not a great speed, is it? This will, of course, speed up. The more enemies we kill, the further we get and the closer to victory. But for now it's all a bit slow, so I apologise for that. But there's a lot to be done. Now the ballistas against 3, it's a little harder, but they should still be able to do it. We are talking 30 versus 22. Yeah, very nice. I love the way they still continue to fire the ballistas even when the enemy's dead, but no... I suppose bolts, I don't know. What's a ballista ammunition called? But no more of those things happen to fire once the enemies have finished dying, but they still do the firing animation. It's rather odd. It's unlikely to be demonstrated this time. That's surprisingly good. Well done, Hayne. I haven't been insulting you lately, have I, Hayne? What's the world come to? You're actually doing some good. Now, with the end of these pikemen, this fancy-looking commander is fair game. We'll just take a quick look at what he is. He's a High Lord. That means he's of the Footman class. I'm not going to let Liana have this one. Liana's going to start fighting these chaps over here with her Valkyrie. Because they have low defense and she can get all of her attacks off before they get nearer, she can do that just about every time. Maybe a full squad of 10 would pose some difficulty. But even then, not much. Anyway, being of the Footman class means you're weak to horses, means Cherie smiling at you. Yes, that's terrifying. Get in there, Cherie, use your horses. From behind, because you fancy. Actually, no, that's silly, because if it takes damage, you won't get healed. Idols do have a lot of defense, so it isn't a done deal, not by any means. But she gets the job done, so well done to her. Now, Ga is usually spelled with a H. I believe we've covered this many times, so I'm a little disappointed there. Just because you don't want to use Ga over and over and over doesn't mean you can start spelling it differently. We're far too cunning to fall for these tricks. Now you notice that we can actually shove horses in the sea. They don't mind. They're perfectly happy with that. You are not going to be in range. No, you're not. Liana may as well move up. Actually, no. Just WR Liana for now. We'll rally you up. And that's the end of a turn, but as was the way, it's the end of a video. Hopefully you'll join me for the next one, and we shall continue.